All right, here it says to solve the equation. And we see here that we have this equation that has fractions in it and parentheses. And that makes things a little complicated. The first thing we should do, though, is to get rid of the fractions. And the trick for getting rid of the fractions is to multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. And we've got 1/4 and 1/2. So the least common denominator between those two fractions would be 4. So let's multiply both sides of the equation by 4. That means everything on both sides. So on the left side, we're going to multiply by 4. Well, let's write that as 4 over 1, since we're dealing with the fractions over here. And on the right side, we can just multiply by 4, since there are no fractions. Now we're going to use the distributive property here. And remember, these are just terms. This is one term, and this is a separate term. And we multiply, when we distribute, we multiply the number on the outside times both terms. So when we multiply the 4 over 1 times this first term, it'll look like this. 4 over 1 times a negative 1/4 times x minus 8. Make that a little easier to read. Plus, and then we also multiply that times the second term. And when we do that, it'll look like this. It'll be 4 over 1 times the 1/2 times x plus 2. And then on the right side, that's easy enough. It's just going to be 4x minus 12. All right, we still have a little cleanup to do on the left side here. But look what happens. The 4's cancel here. And here, the 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. So what we have left is this. We take the negative 1 and carry it through the parentheses. That's going to give us negative x plus 8. Remember, negative times negative gives us a positive. And then plus, we still have this 2 here, and this 2 has to go through the parentheses. So that's going to give us 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 2 is 4. And that's equal to 4x minus 12. So the fractions are all gone, which is the whole reason we did that. And now we just have to clean up a little bit. On the left side, we collect the like terms. 2x minus 1x is x plus, and then 8 and the 4 gives us 12, is equal to 4x minus 12. We want to get all the x's on one side. Let's subtract x from both sides. Now we could have subtracted 4x from both sides. That would be just as good. Chose this way because there's more x's over here already. And when we do it this way, we get 12 is equal to 3x minus 12. We ended up with a positive 3x this way. And then we add 12 to both sides so that we get the 3x by itself. So we have 24 is equal to 3x. And then we divide both sides by 3, which gives us 8 is equal to x, which is the solution.